what is our first lines of defense? Head. Then what? Hands. Then what? Forearms. Then what? Hips. And then tricks. So head, say it, head, hands, forearms, hip, tricks. So when coach shoots on me, we have what's called an Olay drill. That means that he doesn't get to touch me. I'm so quick, I'm so fast, he never really touches my legs. It's just whoop, and I let him by and I go behind. All right? So in a drill, it's going to be he takes a shot, I'm just right here. Okay, and I go behind him. Now, the reason why that we're going to start with this progression and you guys are really going to understand this is because that really is my number one goal. That is the ultimate he shoot, I score. Okay? Sometimes in a match, we've drilled this T-Rex position so much into you right here that you will have sprawled and ended up right here, and then you get back out front because you think you have to be here. All right? If coach shoots on me and I am so good that I'm just right here, I'm already at a corner, then just run the corner and take him to his hip. Does that make sense? So we have step one is the Olay drill. All right? They shoot. I down block. I go behind. All right? Step two would be he shoots and I down block, but then he immediately starts squaring up with me, right? That's when I get to my short offense. Okay? I created a corner, he squared up, he took the corner away. All right? So that's where I go to my T-Rex, and then I want to put his head to his hands, and then block his arm or go to my drag. So I'm here, I want to get him to his elbows, put his head to his hands right here, then I can go hand over hand, block, run the corner, attack shoe, calf, hamstring. Drive him to a hip. Okay? So from there, we have, okay, my head-hands defense wasn't very good. My shot recognition wasn't very good. He got in on my legs, right? Now I got a different problem. I'm not thinking about just going around behind. I'm not thinking about my T-Rex. I got to stuff the head. Boom. Number one job, stuff his head. Then I got to square up, take his angle away, and I got to slide. And I've got to have my shoelaces on the mat. If coach has my leg and I have my toes dug in the mat, when he drives, he's just going to drive me right up. Okay? If we're in this position and my shoelaces are down, I'm just going to slide. Okay? So when a guy is in on our leg, it's stuff, square, slide. Head-hands defense broke down. He got in on my leg. I got to stuff his head. Boom. He's got an angle right now. He could go chase the corner. He can do all kinds of stuff. I got to take that corner away. I got to square up. And then I got to slide back and back and back until that lock is broken. Now I'm back to where I've been. I'm back to right here where we've been wrestling in our T-Rex or meat hooks. Okay? So stuff, square, slide is really important. The next part of the progression, if he is on this so tight and he's running backside, now I got to think whizzer. Because, yeah, I still got to stuff the head, but he's got such a good shot, and he's starting to go backside. Now I got to go whizzer. So our whizzer has to become extremely important because everybody practices this so much. So our whizzer, it can't be shallow. Okay? It's got to be deep. And I got to put my shoulder up on his back. Here. Pressure here. All right? A lot of our whizzers don't work because we're shallow and we're back. My butt's back. This is not going to work. Okay? I got to go jam into his shoulder and get high up in this. And see how I'm over top of him? Watch the Iowa State duel. Vinny Zerban does that as good as anybody that I've seen against Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams is on shot like 3 or 4 times, and this whizzer is...
Your whizzer is a lever, okay? It's not strong arming. he's putting his hand down and he's using his hips and his shoulder as leverage, okay, over top of my shoulder. He's shoulder locking me.
So we have to understand this piece. Once we have to depend on our whizzer, it can't just be grab our shin and put a little pressure here, because he can score from here all day long.
Yeah.
I got to get my shoulder over top, and I got to put pressure right here. All my weight right here on this shoulder. Boom. Okay, and I'm driving in. Okay, I might grab my shin, but I'm driving in. Okay, I'm trying to put his head down. From here, once his hands break apart, now I can start sliding him back and getting back to my good position. All right? So your defense, it all depends on how successful he is at penetrating your defense. Okay? Does that make sense? First level is Olay drill. Second level is meat hooks drill. Third level is stuff square slide. Fourth is whizzer. All right? Past that, you're probably getting taken down, or it's tricks, right? What do we say? Head, hands, forearms, hips, tricks. Well, what's a trick from this pot right here? Right? What's a trick? Right there. There's a trick. That's number 5. That's not number 1. You guys understand that? All of our tricks are the very last line of defense. Okay? Not our first. Does that make sense? Okay. So if we can understand our lines of defense and how important they are and when we do it, and then implement those into our drill, we're going to be really, really hard to score on. All right? Anything else on lines of defense you want to cover real quick? Okay, let's talk offense. Offense. Control ties. What are our control ties? 2-on-1? Underhook? What else? Collar tie. Those are 3 control ties. I'll throw inside tie in there, but inside tie, most good wrestlers are not going to let you be here very long. All right? Because he's going to fight for inside tie. So when we say fight inside, you guys have to know what we're talking about. Coach is inside, and I'm on the corner. I'm yelling, get inside. I'm talking about this right here. This right here. This is inside position. If somebody lets me live here, I'm going to unload on my offense because I have everything to me. Everything's right here. Everything is I can get so much offense from inside position. All right? So we have to learn to fight inside position first. From inside position comes another one of our control ties, collar tie. Okay? Again, a lot of the way to counter a collar tie is our elbow offs that we do. So coach, elbow off. He doesn't want me to have a control tie. So if we can win the hand fight battle and the control tie battle, we will get to our offense. All right? Control tie is here. If he lets me be here, everything is down, snaps, and creating corners. Okay? Snap, creating corners. Boom. Creating angles. All right? On our feet, we create angles. Control ties to creating angles to a leg. And then there's all these different finishes that we know. You guys sticking with me? Okay? We don't often talk for this long, but since this is our classroom portion, this is what we're doing. Okay? 2-on-1. Another control tie. Boom. I'm controlling his arm. One of the rules of control ties is I always circle to my tie. You guys understand that? I'm circling to it. Okay? I'm not circling away from it. If I have an underhook, I'm circling to my tie. So circling to our tie is very important. Okay? Wherever we have our tie, that's where we want to circle. So on our feet, it's stance. Say it with me, the basics of offense. Stance, motion, level change, penetration, lift. Okay? But stance and motion, really in between there, it's tie. If I have a good stance and I can move, now I go tie, tie. And before I can level change, I have to have an angle. So I create an angle, now I level change, penetrate, lift. Okay? Does that make sense? Anything on base offense?
I'll just
Okay.
let you keep rolling with it.
101 wrestling. I want everybody to be on the same page. Okay? From our 2-on-1. This is our 2-on-1 series. I got 2-on-1 here. I get head position. Our number one takedown from here is a snatch single, like Coach Zach just showed us earlier today. Head up, listening to his heartbeat, hands above the knee. Okay, notice I did not take a penetration step. Okay, I did not take a knee over toe penetration step. That's a sweep. That's a sweep single. So when we're calling out drills and we say sweep or snatch, you got to be able to know the difference. So I got boom, boom, snatch single. From here, I'm always trying to get to the what? Kill box. From our kill box, what finishes do we have? Treetop, where I'm just running it up. I'll be nice to coach. I have chop wood, where I'm here. I'm backside double. I have foot sweep, where he's hopping, and I foot sweep. Okay? Foot sweep, and he falls down. Those are our main ones. Okay? What does this guy want to do? He wants to pull me in, get his foot to the middle, get it to the outside, and put it down. Motorcycle kick. So there's always 3 to 4 progressions offensively and defensively in any position. Okay? Again, kill box. What's this guy want to do? He's first got to get his foot back down into the middle. And then he's got to get it to the outside, and then boom. All right? Fix one position at a time. Now, here's how our mind thinks. That's why we're going to be so good. I know he wants to do this, so as soon as he gets it to the outside, I go front side double. Boom. All right? So that's where our front side double comes in, or a Bosgar. This all starting to click a little bit with you? Okay? So that's our 2-on-1 kill box series. Now the thing I love about a snatch is I can hit it from both sides. I can hit a snatch over here. Okay? Hang with me, guys. We got like 10 more minutes. Just stick with me. I love a 2-on-1 because you can hit it both sides. I can hit a snatch, and what else do we got from here? Our cutback sweep, right? Boom. What else? I'm attacking this side of my 2-on-1, which if he turns back into me, high C, well, let me back up. All right, let me back up. Let me back up even further, okay? You have to understand this part of your offense. If I'm a right leg lead, okay? If I'm a right leg lead, we don't understand this as a whole. Where is my double? Right leg lead, it's always right here. It never changes. The only time it changes is if I'm a left leg lead. That's where my double is here. So you have to be smart enough to know that all your offense is dictated off of which lead leg you have. All right? So the reason why I don't hit a high crotch off of this side is because I hit it off the other side. Okay? I hit my sweep single because I'm a right leg lead. So if he's circling out front, he doesn't want me to have it, I go boom. Now if I have this side and I'm a right leg lead and he posts really hard, he's pushing away, that's where I have my high crotch. Okay? Does that make sense? If your brains can connect those dots, your offense will explode. All right? Again, right leg lead, it never changes. So if I say go get a 2-on-1 on your double leg side and you're a right leg lead, every single time, 100 times out of 100, it's going to be right here. Does that make sense? Okay. We also have what out of our 2-on-1? An EWO. Easiest takedown ever because he doesn't want me to get this angle to get to my snatch, right? So he's circling, I'm circling really hard. I just come down right here. Notice how I didn't separate from his body? I'm not pulling him down.
That's the big thing with this one.
I'm not doing this. I'm not trying to pull him down. All I'm doing is taking centrifugal force that's going in a circle, and I'm just lowering my body weight. And now we're right where we have been practicing so much from our go behind drills. We're right here. Boom. Okay? See where all this is starting to connect together? So that's our 2-on-1 series. The beautiful thing about a 2-on-1 is I can go either way. Okay, whatever side. If I'm having trouble getting this hand, I might bait him over here. Then I can go this side. So some of you guys get out there and you play patty cake like this. You know the easiest way to get a 2-on-1? Okay? Bait him. Seriously, it's the easiest way. I'm wrestling. Okay, I'm doing this stuff. He has my hand. I'm better at it than him, I promise. So I don't care if he has my wrist. So that's a part of understanding wrestling on our feet. Okay? It's not doing this. We have to just completely take that out of our wrestling.
I call Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. It's not doing that. Every single match is right here. Okay, coach?
Yep.
We start here. Boom. My first touch is always my radar hand. Backhand. This protects my lead leg, always. Boom, radar. What's radar do? Searches for danger. Boom, boom. He doesn't like it, he comes up and grabs it. Boom, there's my 2-on-1. Oh, man, you were really slow. I got my snatch. Next time, okay? Boom, he grabs it. I go here. He's like, no, you're not going to have that. Okay, I'll cut back sweep. No problem. Okay? So then he's like, dude, I can't give up this arm anymore. So he starts circling really hard this way. Okay, thank you. Okay. And he's like, no, you're not going to get that this time. No, circle, circle, circle. Okay, there's my high C. It doesn't matter what he does. I'm going to score. Okay? And that's 80% of our offense from our feet. Hand fighting to a leg and creating angles. And if I don't get one angle, I get the other on the other side of the body. And if I get your arm and I get it tight to my chest and you're not doing anything, I'm just going to put you on the mat and go behind you. Oh, and by the way, if you shoot on me, I'm going to score too. All right? Let's keep going. I'm on a roll. So underhooks now. You can also, I love a 2-on-1 because from here, if I'm not getting good head position, right, coach is really good at getting head position. I have to have head position to have a good 2-on-1. I have to. If he's doing really good at blocking me off right here, I can swim to this underhook. You guys see that? And now I can throw it by a lot better. And now he squares up. He's like, you're not getting my angle. Okay. There's my high C. Okay? Same thing on this side. He's really burying that head. I'm like, I can't get my head position, coach. Okay, dig here. And now, guess what? He knows I'm going to throw it by, so knee pick. We've shown that this year. All I'm doing is stringing all this together for you so that you understand your brains. If you think faster than everybody else, you're going to beat them. Okay? If size and strength are even, intellect will win every time. All right? If size and strength is not even, I can know more than Zach Elam, which I don't, and he's probably still going to beat me because he's so much bigger and stronger. That's why we have weight classes. And that's why we're never going to make excuses about down year or how heavy this person was, because it doesn't matter. Okay? They're not 100 pounds heavier. They might be 3 or 4 pounds. So stop making excuses. Learn how to wrestle better. And that's what we're doing right here. We're giving you the map. All you have to do is study it and learn it. And hardly anybody's going to beat you unless they know as much as you, and they're stronger, and they're faster. And their minds are right. So positivity comes into that as well, the way you think. So we're always going to try and help you figure out how to have a right head. We're always going to try and make sure that your gas tank's better than everybody by conditioning you. We're always going to try and make sure that your IQ is higher than them by doing classroom settings and settings like this. Okay? And then strength part, that's more on you than anything. That is very much God-given, but you can take what God gave you and you can do pull-ups every single day. And it will, that takes the gap and it shortens it. Let's say that coach knows this much more about wrestling than me, but I'm this much stronger than him. I'm going to probably win, okay? Because it's about will. It's about two people's will battling against each other. And the beautiful thing about high-level wrestling is everybody's good. And the margin for error is like this. So then that's where the intellect matters the most. How fast your brain fires quicker than that person. And it's tenths of seconds that matter. Sometimes hundreds. Okay? So when coach shoots on me, if I don't realize he's level changing till here, he's going to have a really good chance of scoring on me, and I better know exactly what to do at that moment. But if my brain sees that he's level changing here, he's done. It doesn't matter. Okay? You guys understand this? All right, let me go top for a little bit. All right? What time is it? 7:54? Okay. So now, let's talk top wrestling a little bit. Our breakdowns. Our number one breakdown drill that we do all the time is deep waist chop, boom. Okay? He builds up. I'm chopping. He's really tough. I go deep waist, same deep waist, the same deep waist the whole time. Deep waist, ankle, drive him down. Okay? He builds back up. Guess what? I'm right here. He knows what's coming. Far knee, far ankle. Boom. It's a progression. We did it pretty good this weekend, and you guys listened because you drill this enough to where we would say, okay, transition, deep waist chop, not breaking him down, deep waist ankle, not breaking him down, far knee, far ankle. And then we take what Zach Elam was talking about today, and our deep waist chop just isn't working. This guy's too big, too strong, getting to his base every time. So then we go heavy on him, boom, double thigh pry, boom, right here. And then we start getting our knee block up here, and our thigh pry in here still. We can go to our claw, okay? We can bump this out, get off our hip, catch those wrists, and then we got our ankle scrape here, where we go double thigh pry here, blocking here, and then I'm scraping this ankle and elevating to break him down, okay? On top, our goal is to get his elbows on the mat. When his elbows, anytime somebody's elbows are on the mat, I'm getting a wrist. Anytime. Okay? All right, I'm almost done. I promise. Our cross wrist series is just like on our feet. I'm constantly trying to get this cross wrist. I'm always wanting this cross wrist. Because if I can break him down and get this cross wrist, my whole world of turning is open to me. Okay? 21 wrist ride. It's just like a 2-on-1 on our feet, but we're now on the mat, so it's 21. From here, this is just a good ride in itself. I'm on my toes. I can half. I can strap. But if I want to feed this through to ball and chain, I can. This ball and chain half strap tilt series is our bread and butter. I'm pressuring here. I'm getting my weight across his shoulder. I got a half. Okay? I got a strap here. And then if he's tucking in right here because he don't want me to do that, I got my tilt. Elbow in the back, palm up, 45, put him in my lap, knee up. Okay, if he turns into me, my forearm goes straight. If he pulls away, I'm pulling. Here is my rudder. Okay?
Hey, you turn.
Yeah.
You gonna turn?
Yep, so from here, if let's say that I got him broken down, we can't turn people unless we break them down flat. Stop trying to turn them. Break them down first. Okay? From here, if I can't feed my ball and chain, he starts to build up. Boom. Ankle, step through, Turk. I split his legs, elevate, come through, Turk. All right? Our bar series comes from this too. If I got this cross wrist and he's building, okay, I can come here on this side. I can build my bar series. I got my bar arm. Now let's say I lose this hand. This is a reinforced bar when I have this wrist and the bar. If I lose that, it's okay. I can come up here. I can get this wrist. I can break them down. I can run a regular bar. Okay? I can run a backside bar. But if I keep that reinforced bar here, Okay? I can go tilt this side, boom. I can go tilt or more stack. Okay, I'll go easy.
You're good.
Here, I'm going to stack this side right over top. Or I can just run it regular.
Yeah, just run it over.
Just run it regular. Okay? If he pulls his hand out from my cross face, or cross wrist, sorry, coach, go down, go down.
Yep.
Let's say I'm working this, but he's just a stud. He pulls his hand out, puts it up front, boom. Okay, we'll go this way. That's fine. We'll go our butcher. Or if he's fighting that butcher really, really hard, he's fighting it. I'll go, okay, cross face cradle, boom. That is 95% of Team Central Wrestling right there. Am I missing anything just major? On bottom, what's our number one bottom? Quad pod. Okay?
Here, you want to show?
You walk them through.
All right, so on my quad pod, okay, first thing I'm going to do is get outside step. I'm going to get my hips out, or what I call a knockoff. Okay, there's two ways I get here. Okay, one is I inside rotate and I knock him off here. Okay, then I'm in my quad pod, but we really like to outside step, get our hips out here. Okay, get our hips out to here. And now we're searching for a wrist and we're coming up.
Jaden Cox never gave up a riding time point one time in college. And this was his number one stand-up.
The big thing about a quad pod for you guys is getting your hips free. A lot of you guys want a quad pod like this. For some weird reason, I don't know, you guys think just putting your hips up into a quad pod. I have to outside rotate and get my hips clear of his hips, and you will automatically just come up into a quad pod. Okay?
And if a guy has a really nasty deep waist chop, then brace it.
Yeah.
You know it's coming.
Yep. I go
brace
here,
it.
and I quad pod up from there. That is, if a guy is chopping, you should automatically hit a quad pod. You have to know to outside rotate, get your hips clear of his hips, and come to your feet on your head and on your elbows. Okay, and then we get up to our quad pod.
So coach prefers the outside rotate. I prefer the inside, so I'll show that one. Okay, I prefer the inside just because I can seal.
Yeah, I call it a knockoff as well.
Yeah, a knockoff. Well, coaches, I like this one better. They're both equally as good. You just have to kind of know and feel this guy, right? Feel what he's doing. If he is selling out, going hard, deep waist chop, and his hips are falling off the side, right? Boom, I'm outside. But if he's staying real disciplined and driving me forward and I can't stop it, I'm just going to inside rotate here and knock off.
Yep,
and then,
there you go.
And then I can get to my quad pod. Okay, from here, what we do is we have to, from this position, we have to start finding hands, and we can go knee skate or just walk slowly back up. Wide base, seal, hand control, out and away. All right? If we get good at that, nobody will ever break us down, which means they'll never turn us. All right? Anything outside of that, come in our room in the spring, and I'll teach you how to throw humans over your head. But anything outside of that, it's either freestyle or Greco. Now, there's a lot of teams that will try and teach you 100 other moves. And we'll show it to you at times. But this is us. This is Team Central. It's what's created that. Okay? So it's created those. And there's a lot more to come. All right? Okay. Coaches, anything else that you've seen me talk about or show that I'm just like totally spacing? All right, so thank you for doing that, because that's important to get down not only for our coaches, so we're all aligned. That means all going in the same line. A good team, a good organization is all aligned. If everybody's thinking this or saying that and doing different things, it confuses the athletes. So this will help get alignment between coaches, athletes, and your parents. Because your parents can watch this too. And then your guys' most important job with your parents is to reflect after a match. I personally think the reason David was as good as he is because he reflected better than any wrestler I've ever seen. He was like an addict coming to me after every match with sweat dripping down off of his body, saying, let me see that match, and watching, immediately recorrecting his little pathways in his brain that, man, I should have stepped here instead of here, and he wouldn't have got the corner on me. I should have created this angle here instead of this. I mean, it's immediate fixing of your neural pathways, your brain. And he did that better than anybody I've ever coached. And he did it partially because I encouraged him to, but he did it naturally because he wanted to get better. Okay? So you make sure your parents film your matches and you watch it. And we'll try and watch it with you too, but you watch it. Okay? All right. Great job. I'm super proud of you. Let's get a good breakdown in. Come on. Really, break us down.
Team Central on me, Team Central on 3. 1, 2, 3,
Team Central!